Welcome to the Steve Show. Today I want to talk about planning your fun and how you can actually be more efficient and get more done at work when you know where you're going to go when you're done working. So planning your fun, you might be like, what the heck are you talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. When you have your work and you just allow yourself to take as much time as you want to do your work, then what happens is you take the whole day. You'll just keep working and going and nothing has any limiters. When you think of the time that you want to go do something else, and you actually plan it. So at night, if you want to go out on a date with your partner, if you want to spend time with your kids, if you want to go somewhere new, or if you want to go on a trip for a long weekend, when you start planning those things and putting them on your calendar, then it actually forces us to get our work done before you leave. So actually planning a trip, planning time off. And a lot of us do this for holiday. So that's actually how I started to get the idea and the principle. I'm like, wow, if I work so hard before I'm going to leave for a vacation or for a holiday, why can't I do that in micro moments? And why can't you? So I started looking at planning those times with my kids, or planning a day off just to go with each one of my kids and go do something, or planning a date, or planning a music lesson, or so many different things, whatever it is that you want in your life that you'd love to have, put that on your calendar, and now it starts to force you to collapse other time frames in the things that you're doing. So when you're going about your day, you're like, I have to leave at this time because I have a scheduled thing to do. I promise you, you're going to get things done. So let's just slow down for a moment and break this down. Last time you went on a vacation or a holiday, or you went away for a long weekend, and it's better if you go on a vacation, if you take something longer, right? Now, did you have to get things done before you left for vacation? Was there a list of chores and things you had to do? Maybe you have, a dog or a cat, and you have to find someone to help you and take care of them while you're gone. Maybe you're going on a trip on your own and you have to have someone watch your kids. Maybe you have to shut up the house and make sure that everything's turned off and that you get everything powered down and you get packed. Maybe you have to finish things at work because you're going to be gone. Maybe you got to hand things off to another staff member or employee or colleague so that you can have things done. The list goes on and on. I could keep making things up, and they're all true things that have definitely been in my life and probably are in yours. And we tend to get a hell of a lot more done when we have this thing coming up. Like it's a forced deadline. And so what I've noticed is when I was doing that, I would get so much more done the week before I left for a trip. And then I'm like, well, why don't I do this for the weekend? Why don't I do this during the week? Why don't I do this every day? Why don't I do this for having a special long lunch so I get more done in the morning so I can reward myself with some fun thing to do in the middle? And you know what? I have to say, I love what I do. I have fun everything that I'm doing. I made fun is one of my core purposes that I want to have in my life all the time, and all the business I'm doing. Even right now, shooting this video, this is fun for me because I get to share the things that I've learned in my life and help you, and that is super exciting for me and a fun thing to do so that I can make a difference. And I want you to have that difference in your life. So I want you to start thinking about when you have things to do, you tend to get things done quicker. And so why don't we manufacture that? Why don't we plan your fun? So you plan your fun and then you book your business around that. In fact, that's one of my biggest principles is plan my life and then build my business or my career around that. And that's when things start to light up. That's when we start to have and do what we want in our life. And by craziness, we get things done. We get things done so much faster because it's forced. I can promise you so many times I would still be working because, oh my gosh, I got to get this done and that. And the hours just go by and go by and go by. And when I put a limiter, when I had a time frame, I got more done, and I even deleted the things that weren't important, that I thought were important. I would let them go. And I can tell you at the beginning of doing this method, I would definitely feel the pain of quitting work a little earlier, like leaving, because I promised myself, or I promised my family I'd be home for dinner at a certain time, or whatever it was that we were doing, and I would close my laptop knowing that I still needed to do a few things, and I would allow myself that privilege. Because ultimately this is a choice. And did it really stink? Sometimes it did. Sometimes it really did. Because I wanted to send out an email, and the next day I had to say, so sorry I didn't send this off to you, or I had to get another task done, and it caused me to push it off. But you know what it made me do? By actually having that first thing and feeling a little bit of that pain for a moment, it made me rethink things immediately. And so I started making a difference in my life by just making that initial decision to not allow myself to go past a certain time and start having more fun in my life. And it really gives you something to look forward to, because you know, I'm leaving at this time. I'm going to leave at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and I'm going to go do this fun thing. And I promise you, if you actually take this and fully embrace it, you'll actually get more done, you'll be more efficient, and you'll have more fun. I know I've found this in my life. And if you go ahead and start doing this and it's not working the way you want, please message me. Send a message in here and say, hey, it's not working for me. And I might ask you a few more questions, because I really do believe it'll work for everyone. We just have to figure out the right way to make it work in your life. And I want to be interactive here. So let me know what aha moment you had from today's video, and what this episode has done for you. Please put it into the comments, and any of your questions as well. And if you really enjoyed this, please subscribe. I've got so many more videos and great guests coming on the show. I look forward to continuing to bring that to you. And as always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.